Join us now for an insight with Carl Summer.
In writing You Move, You Lose, I wanted to show how because of stubbornness, things that are very small can lead to major problems. Many times children don't realize that their attitudes can have serious effects for their entire lives. I know children who have repeatedly refused loving parental instruction and to this day in midlife still suffer because of the stubborn attitude they displayed as a child. Besides working as a high school teacher, I've also worked as a foreman and also as an operations manager of a machining company and a large tool and die stamping company. Today I own 3 businesses. I've dealt with hiring workers for many years. One of the most important qualities I look for in workers is if they are teachable. I don't want workers who are stubborn. Stubby and Prissy were 2 very stubborn bears. When Papa Bear leaves the house, he asks his 2 children to do a very simple thing. Please close the door. It's amazing how sometimes from a simple thing, a large argument can result. In this story, a draft of cold air blew through an open door, and so began the game of You Move, You Lose. In case of Stubby and Prissy, they refused to move, even when 2 raccoons came into the house and stole everything but the couch. Stubborn people do foolish things. They're so proud that they won't give in, even when they're wrong. Somehow these people feel they must always defend themselves, whether they're right or wrong. They choke over the words, "You're right, I am wrong." What would happen if married couples would also learn that important lesson? However, for some it takes hours of convincing before they admit, "I am wrong." What a wonderful spirit it is to find those who, when confronted with facts, evaluate the situation, and if they're wrong, they readily admit it. One of the major difficulties in marriages is that we don't listen to our mates. The minute our mate tries to correct us, immediately an iron gate slams shut. No way can you penetrate my mind. I'm always right. Some would rather die than ever confess, "I am wrong." I encourage you, try this. The next time your mate corrects you, really listen and evaluate what was said. If you're wrong, say, "You're right." But I warn you, be prepared. Your mate may suffer a heart attack. Every once in a while, I'll ask my wife, "Honey, how can I be a better husband?" I really mean this. I want to be an excellent husband to my wife. I believe in loving my wife as my own body. I try to put myself into my wife's shoes. The wife is also to love her husband also the same way. Imagine what would happen in homes where both the husband and wife are constantly listening to each other and trying to make each other happy. You'd have an utopian marriage. I can truthfully say we've been married over 50 years and we're happily married. One of the main reasons is that we both endeavor to please each other. Stubby and Prissy each learned an important lesson. Then Prissy did something that we all need to learn to do. She said to her friends, "Thank you for helping us learn how foolish it is to be proud and stubborn." It's so important to learn to say those words. Thank you. I know it's important for children to learn to say these words, but it's also important for adults to learn to be thankful and to readily acknowledge good deeds that are done. It probably happened to you. You spend hours shopping for someone, or you give them a gift, and some can't even say thank you or write a simple thank you card. I'll ask you a question. Did you ever write a thank you note or a letter to your parents and thank them for all the things that they did for you? It's one of the joys of parenting when we receive from our grown children a thank you note or a thank you letter. Another interesting part of this story is how Stubby, after learning how his sister saved the kitten from the wolf, turned around and acknowledged his sister's accomplishment and actually complimented her. He tells her, "Prissy, you moved, but you sure didn't lose." We all could learn from this to readily give out compliments and be lavish in our praises. More people die from broken hearts than from swelled heads. The story teaches your children about the folly of stubbornness and how cooperating with others and appreciating them is a critical component in building a successful life. I hope your kids will discover, like Stubby and Prissy, how they can become real winners when they put stubbornness aside and show respect for others, even with their siblings. It's putting into practice a song on our website, Don't Be Stubborn, which says, sharing and caring is the only way.